He is known for being a German-American Christian existentialist philosopher and theologian. He is recognized for his influential works such as The Courage to Be and Dynamics of Faith. He is Paul Tillich, one of the most influential theologians of the 20th century. In the early 20th century, a German-American philosopher emerged, whose ideas would shape the theological landscape for years to come. This was Paul Johannes Tillich, a man known for his profound contributions to Christian existentialism and his unique approach to understanding the mysteries of human existence. Born in Germany, Tillich began his academic career teaching at various universities before finding refuge in the United States in 1933. It was here that he made his mark, teaching at prestigious institutions like Union Theological Seminary, Harvard Divinity School, and the University of Chicago. His works, such as The Courage to Be and Dynamics of Faith, resonated with the general public, presenting complex theological concepts in a popular and accessible manner. However, it was Tillich's three-volume magnum opus, Systematic Theology, that truly solidified his legacy. In this work, he introduced his groundbreaking method of correlation, which sought to bridge the gap between existentialist analysis and Christian revelation. Tillich believed that existentialism was only meaningful when viewed as part of a larger whole, a vision of the structure of being in its created goodness. Tillich's ideas attracted the attention of influential thinkers and theologians, including Karl Barth, Reinhold Niebuhr, and Martin Luther King Jr. His work was praised for its richness, depth, and inclusivity, offering a profound understanding of human life in the presence of the divine mystery. Beyond theology, Tillich delved into ethics, the philosophy of history, and comparative religion, leaving an indelible impact on these fields as well. Today, Tillich's work continues to be studied and discussed at international conferences and seminars, a testament to the enduring significance of his ideas. His legacy as a Christian existentialist philosopher and theologian remains unparalleled, inspiring generations of thinkers to explore the deepest questions of human existence and the role of faith in navigating life's complexities. Paul Tillich, a renowned philosopher and theologian, dedicated his life to exploring the concept of being. Throughout his extensive body of work, Tillich delved into the fundamental ontology of Martin Heidegger, using being as a central theme to unravel the mysteries of existence. Tillich's journey into understanding being began with the human subject's quest for answers to the ontological question. He believed that this inquiry led to a deeper understanding of the highest metaphysical categories. Tillich identified four levels of ontological analysis: self-world, dynamics and form, freedom and destiny, and individualization and participation. Each level shed light on different aspects of being, unveiling its complexities and intricacies. In his groundbreaking Systematic Theology, Tillich emphasized the significance of being. He recognized its pivotal role in shaping our understanding of the world and ourselves. In the opening of the second volume, he wrote, "Being is at the core of our existence, permeating every aspect of our being." Tillich believed that by grasping the essence of being, we could unlock profound insights into our purpose and significance in the universe. Tillich's exploration of being has profound implications for our daily lives. In a world often filled with uncertainty and existential questions, his philosophy offers solace and guidance. By delving into the depths of being, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the world. Tillich's teachings invite us to reflect on the dynamics and forms of our existence, to embrace our freedom and destiny, and to find meaning through individualization and participation. As we navigate the complexities of time, space, causality, and substance, Tillich's philosophy reminds us to approach life with curiosity, open-mindedness, and a willingness to embrace the mysteries of being. Through his profound insights, Tillich invites us to embark on a journey of self-discovery and existential understanding, ultimately leading us to a more meaningful and fulfilling existence. Paul Tillich, a renowned theologian and philosopher, offers a profound insight into the nature of divinity and its relevance to our daily lives. He challenges traditional conceptions of God as a being and rejects the idea of pantheism, instead presenting God as being itself, the ground of being, and the power of being. According to Tillich, God is beyond essence and existence, transcending our limited understanding. Tillich critiques the theological theism that views God as the highest existing being and emphasizes predicates such as omnipotence and omniscience. He argues that if God is merely a being, even the highest being, God cannot be the source of all being. He questions the compatibility of Thomas Aquinas' attempt to maintain God's transcendence while arguing for God's existence. While Tillich dismisses propositional arguments for the existence of God, he affirms the reality of God as the ground of being. He suggests that human beings, through their infinite self-transcendence, have the capacity to raise the question of being and encounter being itself. This encounter with the Holy Other, as Tillich refers to it, is a personal experience that forms the basis of a genuine relationship with God. Tillich acknowledges the appropriateness and necessity of personal language in describing God and our connection to God. He distinguishes this understanding from theological theism and labels it the divine-human encounter. This encounter reflects the personalism of biblical religion and the concept of the Word of God. However, Tillich cautions against reducing these encounters to a mere understanding of God as a being, emphasizing that God is simultaneously personal and transpersonal. In his ontological view of God, Tillich draws on both Christian theology and Hellenistic and patristic conceptions. He sees God as the unoriginate source of all being, a concept that finds resonance in the works of early theologians like Origen. Tillich's understanding of God also incorporates elements of existentialism and phenomenology, seeing faith as the ultimate concern that addresses the fundamental questions arising from our limited existence. Tillich's philosophy and theology offer a profound perspective on divinity and its implications for our daily lives. By recognizing God as the ground of being, we can find solace in the face of the uncertainties and challenges we encounter. Understanding God as beyond essence and existence allows us to transcend our limited understanding and embrace the personal encounter with the divine. Tillich's teachings invite us to deepen our faith and cultivate a meaningful relationship with the Holy Other, finding purpose and meaning in our lives. Paul Tillich, a renowned theologian and philosopher, developed a unique approach called the method of correlation to understand the complex relationship between philosophy and theology. This method involves correlating insights from Christian revelation with the existential, psychological, and philosophical questions raised by human existence. In Tillich's view, philosophy addresses the fundamental questions of human existence, particularly the question of being and what it means to be a finite human being within existence. On the other hand, theology provides answers to these questions based on Christian revelation. While the philosopher's task is to develop the questions, the theologian's task is to develop the answers. However, Tillich emphasizes that these tasks are not separate but intertwined, as both the theologian and philosopher must engage in each other's disciplines to arrive at a comprehensive understanding. Central to the method of correlation is the distinction Tillich makes between form and content in theological answers. The nature of revelation determines the content of these answers, while the character of the questions determines their form. The theological answers must address the existential dilemmas posed by the questions, and yet, the form should not be inadvertently conditioned by philosophy. Maintaining the integrity of the Christian message while integrating philosophical concepts is a challenge that Tillich grapples with in his methodology. Furthermore, Tillich emphasizes that the theological answer is shaped by the sources of theology, including the Bible, church history, and the history of religion and culture. Experience, though not a source, serves as a medium through which the sources speak. The norm of theology acts as a criterion by which both the sources and experience are evaluated in light of the Christian faith. Tillich's method of correlation offers a framework for integrating philosophy and theology to better understand the complexities of human existence. By engaging in the questions raised by philosophy and providing theological answers rooted in Christian revelation, this method helps individuals navigate the existential dilemmas they face in daily life. In the realm of philosophy and theology, there are few scholars as influential and thought-provoking as Paul Tillich. His concept of faith as the ultimate concern offers a unique perspective on the human experience and its relationship to the divine. According to Tillich, faith is not just a matter of religious belief, but rather an act that engages the entire being. Tillich's understanding of faith goes beyond mere adherence to religious doctrines. He sees it as a deeply personal and transformative experience, one that encompasses the totality of the human personality. In his own words, faith as ultimate concern is an act of the total personality. It is the most centered act of the human mind, it participates in the dynamics of personal life. Central to Tillich's concept of faith is the idea of ecstatic passion for the ultimate. He believes that faith transcends rational and non-rational elements, going beyond traditional notions of reason. It is a state of being that surpasses ordinary realities and connects with something sacred and profound. As Tillich eloquently puts it, in short, for Tillich, faith does not stand opposed to rational or non-rational elements, as some philosophers would maintain. Rather, it transcends them in an ecstatic passion for the ultimate. What is particularly fascinating about Tillich's perspective is that he does not exclude atheists from his understanding of faith. He asserts that everyone has an ultimate concern, and this concern can manifest itself in an act of faith, even if it includes the denial of God. According to Tillich, where there is ultimate concern, God can be denied only in the name of God. Tillich's philosophy offers valuable insights into how faith can enrich our daily lives. By recognizing our ultimate concerns and embracing them with passion and surrender, we can find a sense of purpose and meaning. It encourages us to go beyond the surface level of existence and delve into the depths of our being. Whether we identify as religious or not, Tillich's concept of faith reminds us of the importance of connecting with something greater than ourselves. In Paul Tillich's work, The Courage to Be, he defines courage as the self-affirmation of one's being in spite of a threat of non-being. Tillich relates courage to anxiety, which he sees as the threat of non-being, and the courage to be as the means to combat that threat. For Tillich, there are 3 types of anxiety and 3 ways to display the courage to be. The first type of anxiety is the anxiety of fate and death, which is the most basic and universal form of anxiety. It stems from our recognition of our mortality and the uncertainty of what awaits us after death. We become anxious when we are unsure whether our actions lead to a meaningful existence or to a mere oblivion. To display courage in the face of this anxiety, Tillich suggests that we cease relying on others to determine our fate and instead seek answers for ourselves. This is what he calls the courage of confidence. The second type of anxiety is the anxiety of guilt and condemnation, which pertains to our moral self-affirmation. We are responsible for our own moral being, and when faced with judgment, we must answer for our actions. This anxiety arises when we realize our failings and shortcomings. To display courage in the face of this anxiety, Tillich suggests that we first identify our sins and acknowledge our guilt. However, he also emphasizes that the courage to be is the courage to accept oneself as accepted, even in the face of being unacceptable. The third type of anxiety is the anxiety of meaninglessness and emptiness, which attacks our being as a whole. It arises when we feel a loss of purpose, ultimate concern, or spirituality. We feel the threat of non-being when we believe we have no place or meaning in the world. To display the courage to be in the face of this anxiety, Tillich suggests that we rely on true faith and self-affirmation. He proposes drawing from the power of being, which he sees as God, to find meaning and purpose in life. Tillich concludes that the ultimate source of the courage to be is the God above God, a concept that transcends the traditional theistic idea of God and represents the content of absolute faith. This concept allows us to confront and overcome the anxieties that threaten our being. In summary, Paul Tillich's ontology of courage involves the self-affirmation of one's being in the face of different anxieties. By understanding and displaying the courage to be, we can confront the anxiety of fate and death, the anxiety of guilt and condemnation, and the anxiety of meaninglessness and emptiness. Through true faith and drawing from the power of being, we can find meaning, purpose, and acceptance in our lives, even in the face of existential threats.
Do you want to explore more philosophers? Who do you want to see featured next? Subscribe and leave a comment below to let me know. I'll see you in the next video.